The first phase of our headline creation. This is our main course. So the first ingredient is what we call FLR, or finish line results. This ingredient is the cornerstone of headline Swiss knife method. So I'll be going through this part longer than the others. When on headline creation mode, the first thing I'd like you to do is imagine a finish line tape, just like what you'd see in almost any kind of race. Now, imagine your client crossing that tape after using your product or service. That ultimate poster pose, that state and position a person falls into because of your product. That's the result we're talking about when it comes to headline Swiss knife method. Your headline's finish line result, or FLR, is simply the answer to the question, what will your client actually get as a result of using your offer? To understand this better, you can simply equate result to goals, benefits, or problems eliminated or solved by your product or service. When maximizing the use of the time-tested benefit-type headlines, no matter what you write to your clients or customers, the results have to be upfront. That's one heck of a marketing principle, and we all know it. It's been said before. Question is, how do we stick to it? The answer is you make a results list. One technique when making that results list of yours is by doing what I call brain dumping. The act of just writing down a list about your particular subject without thinking of editing at all, at first at least, just letting the juice flow freely like someone possessed by the gods of don't mind it, damn it. So you just write. Simply brain dump what you know your readers want to get out of their life, in their situation, or in their profession as a result of using your product. List what their FLRs are, finish line results. How about we make our results list right now? Alright, we'll need a test product to make a headline on. How about we use headline Swiss knife method as our test product? You cool with that? Alright, good. We'll do that. Okay, let's brain dump the finish line results some people would get after using headline Swiss knife method. First, I take a few seconds to do some breathing exercise. So what I'd like you to do right now is imagine me doing this actual exercise. This breathing thingy before engaging in a creative process is one lesson I've learned from the emperor of email, Matt Fury. Now, some people like him, some people don't. Anyway, he said that somehow it opens up some juju of whatever creative power-up channel in your body. Makes sense to me because I've learned in nursing school that deep breathing oxygenates the brain. So, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, exhale, and I repeat this a few times, and then I set my timer to 1 minute, then brain dump. Here's the time I start asking myself, after using headline Swiss knife method, a person would blank, then just start writing like a madman. So I actually did this exercise, and here's what I came up with. Increase conversion, sell more stuff, grab the reader by the neck instantly, write powerful headlines, be sure of the headlines you're writing, be a master of headline writing. Okay, within 1 minute, I was able to brain dump these benefits. Now, 1 minute is done, and you may think that it's too short, so we could go on for another round. I do that again, breathe in, breathe out, and go. And I do the exercise 1 minute, and here's what I got. Throw away your headline swipe file. No more copywriter to hire. No more money spent on hiring copywriters to write headline and small space ads like Facebook ads, PPC, banner ad, newspaper ad, and related ads. Now, after the second 1 minute brain dumping, I actually went back to edit some of the items just to complete the thought that was left hanging. Now you can do that too. But for me, 2 minutes is just short. So I go for another round. Inhale, exhale, and then bam, bam, bam. Right, right, right. Again, I ask myself, after using headline Swiss knife method, a person would blank. And here it is. Write neck pulling headlines consistently. Write insanely complete headlines. Write profit pulling headline. Write neck and profit pulling headlines anywhere, every time. By creating this list, not only do you get candidates for your top core benefits, the ones that you highlight and pound over and over again in your message later on, you also get possible bullet points for your sales letter body. I've used a combination of just headline and bullets in a marketing material before, and it worked out fine. Now, let us review the list and create 3 condensed prototype versions to work on from our finish line results list. I'm shooting for something simple and easy to say if I were to say it to somebody face to face. Also, I'm going for 3 angles of benefits per version. So here are the 3 things. First is write, neck, and profit pulling headlines, sell more stuff, and get rid of marketing campaign thinking worries. Second, end stress and anxiety caused by not knowing how to write profit pulling headlines. Copywriters charging an arm and a leg and wasted money on ads that don't work. And the third prototype is write profit pulling headlines, sell more stuff, and end the stress and anxiety caused by ads written cluelessly. So, here are some practical pointers from here. You can see that we can already use the condensed versions of our finish line results to craft some headlines. Also, we can now simply convert them to one of the most popular and actually my favorite type of headline, the how-to headline. Simply add how-to at the start and you're good to go. If you'll be using this ingredient alone for your headline, don't hesitate to trim finish line results if you need to. Don't get misled if all you can insert as FLR are some common and simple benefits. The book How to Win Friends and Influence People is a classic example of how powerful the how-to headline is. The plain how-to headline is perfect when you need a title for book chapters or for the book itself, article titles, presentation topic titles, and so many more. Now, we will choose one from these 3 choices we have above, the 3 condensed versions of our temporary headlines, and let's go with write profit pooling headlines, sell more stuff, and end the stress and anxiety caused by ads written cluelessly. Now, a little thing about the step 1, our finish line result. You can actually do this exercise within just 5 to 15 minutes, from brain dumping your results list to stacking 3 benefits from that list again, and up to choosing one for the succeeding step. Now, here's the psychology behind finish line results. The reason we are talking about your FLRs first is because all of the other ingredients and your headline will make no sense without the things that matters most for your audience, the result you have in store for them. From here, all other ingredients will exist to support your FLRs. Now, here's a summary of FLRs. Number 1, you brain dump finish line results first. those benefits your clients will get after using your products. And then out of those lists, you just create a condensed version. And number 3, add how to as a default if you want your headline to stand alone. Alright, here's a little side quest to help you out if you're having a hard time with step 1, or if you're having a hard time listing out finish line results. Here's the thing, it's best not to pull your finish line results out of thin air. As much as you think you're close to your audience and you know exactly what they're thinking, you'll often find yourself surprised to find them with new interests, needs, or things to talk about. So, here's how you stay current with them. Number 1, hang out where your target market hangouts. One of the easiest thing you could do is read about what your market are talking about in places where they hang out, like forums, magazines, Facebook groups, etc., or group functions or group events that would work out too. Second, get in touch with a select group of your customers through email or phone call. You'll want to choose people who you speak with on a regular basis and who are opinionated. They are not hard to find. These wonderful gems are on every business person's client list. Number 3, ask them market-related questions about themselves. Like, what's your top 3 goals in basketball? Let's say you're working in a basketball niche. Or what's your top 3 challenges that stops you from reaching your basketball goals? What keeps you up at night? Could you please describe your day from the time you sit at your desk in the morning until you leave at night? So probably that's talking about someone who works a desk job that's looking for another way to improve his life. That's a good question for that kind of prospect. Here's another question. What's the toughest thing about your job, or about what they do, or what they're trying to do? Another, what's the one thing you would change about your job, or about what you do, or about what you're trying to do? So that's tip number 3. And tip number 4 is you extract emotional clues. Draw out their emotions. Once you have this info, look for any emotions your target market has. So you've asked them questions, now you draw emotional clues. You could ask, are they angry about expensive copywriting fees? Are they tired of having to carry heavy swipe files around when having to travel from one place to another for work? Or are they eager to systematize the headline creation process? So I'm using the headline Swiss knife method as an example here, right guys? So would you like to have a feeling of certainty that the ad would work or at least break even? Are they suffering from information overload? Are they suffering from a lot of bullcrap information floating at the marketplace? So, when they answer this, you extract the emotional cues and their wordings. After doing some or all of these side quest pointers, try doing step number 1 again. Brain dump finish line results, and you'll find out that it becomes easier.